All right, welcome everybody. This is an exciting afternoon. We are swearing in our 5 newest police officers. This is a rapidly growing police department for a rapidly growing city, and I want you all to know that we're hiring nobody but the best. So the 5 you see in front of you have completed a very rigorous hiring process, not to mention the academy process and some prior law enforcement experience. So with that, we're going to start off with our first new officer, who's going to be Stefano Priya. Please step up, sir. Please. There's your spot, brother, right there. All right, Stefano was born in Bronx, New York, later moving to Jupiter, Florida in 2022. Stefano currently attends Florida Atlantic University, pursuing a bachelor degree in finance. Stefano began the police academy at Indian River State College in October of 2024 and graduated past week. Stefano is joined here today for this special occasion by his mother Verna, grandmother Maria, sisters Gianna, Lonnie, his brother MJ, and his girlfriend Dominique. And Stefano's mother Virginia will be pinning the badge today. So we can have her, Virginia, join us. Nice job. Madam Clerk, please administer the oath.
Do you solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida, and that you will bear true faith, loyalty, and allegiance to the same, and that you are entitled to hold office under the Constitution and laws of the state of Florida, and that you will faithfully perform all of the duties of a police officer of the city of Port St. Lucie, so help you God?
I will.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Officer Stefano Priya. Forgive me, folks. Sometimes I forget that all of you don't know me. I'm Chief Leo Nimzik. I'm also joined by Deputy Chief Carmine Izzo and Deputy Chief Mark DeMeo. And next we have Nicholas Diaz. Please join us. Nicholas was born in Coral Springs, Florida, and moved to Port St. Lucie in 2011. His late grandfather was a Marine, and his father served in the United States Army, inspiring Nick's strong sense of duty to serve his community and profound respect for service, values passed, no doubt, by his family. Nicholas entered the police academy at Indian River State College in October of 2024 and graduated this past week. During his time working at the St. Lucie County Tax Collector's Office, Nicholas was inspired by his interactions with law enforcement, working details, which no doubt inspired his career path that he's joining us with today. Today, Nicholas is joined here with the special occasion, Mother Lizette, Father Juan, and his brothers Jordan and Steve. And Nicholas's brother Steve is going to be pinning his badge today. It's harder than it looks, folks. It is. Nice job. Madam Clerk.
Please raise your right hand, and at the end you will respond with "I will." Do you solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida, and that you will bear true faith, loyalty, and allegiance to the same, and that you are entitled to hold office under the Constitution and laws of the state of Florida, and that you will faithfully perform all of the duties of a police officer of the city of Port St. Lucie, so help you God?
I will.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, Alan Seidenberg. Alan was born in Hollywood, Florida, and currently resides in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Alan graduated from the Police Academy at Indian River State College this past week. If you haven't caught on, they were classmates. Alan earned his bail bonds license and worked at a bail bonds agency and eventually went on to own his own bail bonds business. You'll have to give that license up now, sir.
I already did, sir.
Very good. Later, Alan worked as a government contractor for the Department of Homeland Security, eventually chasing his dream to become a police officer. Alan's joining the Port St. Lucie Police Department today as an officer for his first time. He's joined here today by special guests, his mother, Donna, father, Bennett, wife, Natalie, and his kids, Leo, Ava, Aiden, grandmother, Sonny, and his friends. So at this time, I'd like to invite Donna up to pin the badge. Nice job. Madam Clerk.
Please raise your right hand, and at the end you will respond with "I will." Do you solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the state of Florida, and that you will bear true faith, loyalty, and allegiance to the same, and that you are entitled to hold office under the Constitution and laws of the state of Florida, and that you will faithfully perform all of the duties of a police officer of the city of Port St. Lucie, so help you God?
I will.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Next up is Christopher Stromolo. Christopher was born in Brooklyn, New York, and grew up in Staten Island. I think you say on Staten Island. Yeah, well, we say on Long Island, right? It's important. Christopher went to college at the City University of New York and graduated with a bachelor's degree in finance. In 2015, he began work with the New Jersey Department of Children and Families and later applied to work for the Asheville Police Department. He went on to join the SWAT team in 2021 and the Community Engagement Division in 2023. Christopher will be joining the police department today with us as a new officer, but an experienced one at that. Guests today include his wife, Kayla, mom, Kathy, stepdad, Larry, and his sister, Stephanie, and her partner, Nancy. Christopher's wife, Kayla, will be pinning the badge today. So, Kayla. She looks a little angry. Don't hurt him. Good job.
Please raise your right hand, and you will respond with "I will." Do you solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida, and that you will bear true faith, loyalty, and allegiance to the same, and that you are entitled to hold office under the Constitution and laws of the state of Florida, and that you will faithfully perform all of the duties of a police officer of the city of Port St. Lucie, so help you God? Thank you. Congratulations.
You ready, Sarah? Sarah Topa. Topa. I was telling Sarah earlier that when you have a name like mine, it's important to pronounce people's last names correctly, and I made some phonic notes and I still mispronounced your name, so I apologize. Sarah was born in Providence, Rhode Island, and recently relocated to Florida. In 2024, Sarah graduated from Roger Williams University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and recently graduated from the Police Academy at Indian River State College. Sarah has a strong drive to help people and decided to apply to her local volunteer fire department division of emergency medical services. During her time, Sarah gained knowledge and experience which proved beneficial to her future as a first responder. Sarah will be joining us today as a police officer, and she's joined today by special guest, her mother, Jonah. And it's Jonna. I did it again. So, Jonna, would you please join us to pin the badge?
Please raise your right hand, and you will respond with "I will." Do you solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida, and that you will bear true faith, loyalty, and allegiance to the same, and that you are entitled to hold office under the Constitution and laws of the state of Florida, and that you will faithfully perform all of the duties of a police officer of the city of Port St. Lucie, so help you God? I will. Thank you. Congratulations.
Stay up here. Okay, can the other new officers please join us up front? So just a little over an hour ago, I met with these officers and I gave them some words of wisdom and advice and expectation. And one of the things that I explained to them is that there are two types of mistakes that police officers make. One being a mistake of the mind and the other being a mistake of the heart. The mistake of the heart, all too often, is what ends a law enforcement career prematurely. More often than falling to a felonious act or a tragedy, it's our own mistakes and our own errors that end our careers. So I'm sure that none of these officers are going to end their career that way. And we have a tradition at the Port St. Lucie Police Department where when we swear in new officers, all the sworn officers in the room join together and we take the oath of honor. And the reason we do that throughout our career is to continuously remind ourselves that we can be our own worst enemies and our own mistakes are often our own downfall. So I'd like to ask all uniformed personnel in the room to stand and join me in raising your right hand. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve. I will. Congratulations. You're a first one. Okay, folks, now before you disappear, the clerk's going to have some paperwork for you to sign, and then it's official, and then we own you, so. Welcome aboard, congratulations, and by the way, guys, any photos that you want to take, make yourselves at home.